welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Tiffany, and I'm still here. Thank you for the support, the likes, the comments. I'm basically just for watching the videos, and I hope that by watching the videos your hearts are richly blessed. I sat about last week or this week. I began to think about my journey from high school to where I'm at now, and I was wondering when I would get the courage to come and actually share that experience with you guys. I mean, the experience cannot be shared in one video, but let's take it one step at a time. I have this song that I'm going to minister to you. I remember when I was going through a very rough time in my life. As a matter of fact, at this point in my life, I never really enjoyed singing. And as I was saying to them at church, I didn't even know what I really enjoyed at that time. This song was what transitioned me into this ministry. I remember it wasn't in high school, it was after high school. The process started from high school. And then it is still not easy to really open up because I'm a very secretive person. I don't really like to share stuff. No, not anymore. But in high school, as I share my experience about meeting in a car accident, and that video, if you haven't watched it as yet, I can post the link in the description for this video for you to kind of know the story about that car accident. But after that accident, I would say I went through a very rough time in my life. I wasn't the brightest in school. I think I mostly just have common sense. I use common sense for everything. I use common sense and pass CXC. Because I wasn't the brightest person, but I could use common sense and answer questions like my bright. And I remember in high school, throughout high school, I would not get along well with my parents. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm still trying to understand that phase in my life, what I was really going through. But I resented my parents. I resented my father and I resented my mother. And I would have accepted love from anybody else except my mother and my father. So I found that I never liked staying home, for one, because I never wanted to accept their love. Growing up, I always felt as if I was the outcast, like I was a mistake. Because as I shared even in a previous video, that my father and I never had a relationship. But my sisters my sister and my father, they do have a relationship. So I often feel as if I don't fit in my family. And because of that, I resented my mother, my father. My mother would try everything to make me feel loved. And the more she tried to make me feel loved, the more I pushed away from her. And as I said, I wasn't the brightest person in school, but me get A+++, the FAC. Me did FAC bad. And I made it FAC bad. I don't know how teeth them still in my mouth. I don't know how I'm not tongue out one of them or two of them yet, because I got A+++ for being FAC. I'm in a TikTok and nobody. That's how bitter I was. I was bitter towards my parents, and honestly, I disrespected my parents as well. In high school, I was so bitter, I was so hateful, I was so rebellious that not even my parents I had any respect for. And that's just all my life, my high school experience. You know, it progressed, and I remember, I must say it must be God who placed this woman in my life, Shereen Harris. I call her name, you know. And that was in grade 10, no, grade 11, early grade 11. And you know, I knew her. She is a teacher. She taught me, but we never had a relationship, a mother-daughter relationship, until grade 11, when I would talk to her and let her know about the situation. How I felt. I would basically tell her that I resent my parents. And you know, some people, when I say, agree with you, Shereen Harris, she had telling me, say, I was a manners on my top. But trust me, she scolded me. She never entertained the whole idea of me being disrespectful to my parents. And I just believe God placed her in my life to help me for that. It's because God knew that I wasn't going to take no thought from my mother and father because I resent them. So he had to bring this woman in my life to basically, to save me from the path that I was going down. You know, sometimes I sit and I think about that, I can't believe it. As somebody go out, I can't believe that. I cannot believe that was me. I was ugly. I did ugly because I had so much hatred. Even my sisters. That's just, I just felt as if I never fit in. I just felt as if I never belonged. And I just felt as if I was a mistake. And because of how I was behaving, you know, my mother started things to me. She not pick up nothing. She got tell as it is. So when me did I go out myself and I get trouble and I feel like I'm big. And I used to tell her, oh, we can't wait to turn 18 to come out of our house. But yeah, I still live in our house, no, like, I still live, yeah. And she still have to pay the bills. I don't know if you're watching this where you feel as if 18 you reach, trust me, 18 you just start. Because adulthood, stressful, no matter stay pitting. I used to tell my mother I can't reach 18 and my father because I can't wait from home to the house. Trust me. And I remembered my mother would go, and the time she go for a road, she would tell people that she said, Tiffany, I have no manners. I mean, I would try to thump up my teeth them. And she would do this to me, and she would do that to me. She would box me down, she would kick me down, and not even that move me. My friend, I'm not afraid I like, you know, but not even lick could have shut this amount, yeah. My mother would have talked, and because, you know, she was sharing with persons that say, you know, start speaking negative. But I believe my mother was at a phase too where she never knew what to do because I was out of control. And I wasn't even out of control because it wasn't even to say out of control where I started to, you know, indulge in certain things. I'm never bad, never boyfriend, nothing like that. I was just disrespectful. I'm my own way, I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to take talk. No, me not take talk. Yeah. And you know, people, when she would tell people about scenarios that take place at home where, you know, even my father, I would, you talking to me? Me? Never. Where I would, you know, she would, because I think it affected their marriage. It affected their marriage. I think it affected their marriage because my mother would want to save me from the world, but at the end of the day, I was being disrespectful to my father. So she kind of in a position where, you know, and then probably even feel like she needs to choose, because if I wasn't gonna change, then, you know, she have to make a choice. And I don't know if you're watching this, probably you resent your parents. Probably they have hurt you in some way of the sort where you feel you can't forgive them. Probably it's your father, probably it's your mother. Trust me, forgive them. Things were said by my own family about me that hurt me. I'm gonna tell you, hurt me. And even though I was being rude and I was being disrespectful, I think I just needed help somewhat but things were still being said. I behaved so tough, but I was so fragile, and words, they really hurt me. A lot of things that were said, they really, really hurt me. Probably things that were said about you to discriminate you, to degrade you. Forgive them. Trust me, forgive them. Not even for their own sake, but for your own sake. I remember I was told in high school that I would not pass no subject. People used to say, because you know, there's a mother I would tell people, I'm not a manners. People say, I'm not pass the subject, I'm not come out to nothing good. And I used to go to another to be high, and there is a little cook shop below that to be near Irie. People say, I'm not pass Irie. That's the limit they put on me. Yeah, because of how I was operating. And then one Sunday, I went to church, and this song was being sung. Oh, how he loved me. Let me tell you, my ball night and day, because even though I was fiercey and disrespectful, I was hurting. I was hurting so much. I was hurting. I would ball nights and day. This man of God, and I know you know I'm calling him, but God placed him also in my life as spiritual daddy. I could text him, I could call him, and even though he knew what I was doing, it was wrong, even biblically, because the Bible says obey your parents. He was always there to comfort me, to love me. There are times he would even bring me out and say, let's go on a dinner or something like that. Until I say, I'm a daddy. And God placed him in my life as a spiritual backative, great spiritual backative, a true man of God. And I remember he would teach me certain things, and he would open up my mind, he would open up my eyes to certain things for me to really understand that what I was doing, it wasn't the will of God. It cannot be godly, no way, no form or shape. And I remembered even one time to my mother said, me a pack up, you know. Me a pack up, and me a move out. Move out go where? Nobody want to pick me when I'm in the yard. Move out go where? I said my mother, me a pack right up and me a move out because I did feel like me big. But I was just hurting. I don't know if you're watching. I tell you, I wasn't even going to share this anytime because let me tell you, I'm a secretive person. But sometimes you never know how your story can help somebody. I was going to pack up and me going to move out. Yeah? The mother said me I left because I big and I can't take the stress no more. And I remember one day, this is how I transitioned into ministry. And even after I transitioned into ministry, I still never stopped PSC. I said, I don't know my mother didn't teach either. I don't know how my mother sort of them. Because my mother didn't love beats, you know. She didn't love beat bad. But one day I went to church a Sunday, and at that time I was going to church in Epsom. Not many persons were at church, and this song, oh how he loves me. I was broken at that point. I remember even this Sunday going to church, I just come out at that hour with my mother and father. And at that time, not much. I was probably 16, 15, 16. 15, 16, 17. Oh, how he loves me. I know not why. I only cry. Because, oh how. I don't know if you're watching today, what you're going through, even what you have gone through in your childhood. Oh, how Jesus loves you. Don't cry. Because Jesus loves you. It's because Jesus loved me why I'm still here. Everything about me was just, it was showing on my face. And I remember that song, and I think the same song that the pastor called me to sing. And the song that I'm going to attach to this video is the song that I sang. Too many miles behind me. Too many trials gone through. Too many teardrops. I don't need to remember. There's still too much to gain. than to lose. You're gonna hear that song. You're gonna hear me minister that song, and I really hope it bless your heart. I have so much more to tell you about David. I reached 16 minutes already. You know, she's on please. Enough minutes that. But I completed high school. I got 7 of 8 subjects. Let me go back and do the one whenever I get it. So I got 8 subjects. So I proved all the persons that said me never come out to nothing. Wrong. I proved all the persons that said me not pass Irie. Wrong. I proved all the persons that says there's no purpose in this girl, you know. This Pitney doesn't have a purpose, this Pitney is a mistake. Wrong. Because let me tell you something, you know, if I am not sure about anything else, you know, I know I carry a divine purpose. Let me tell you, a lot of person might write you off, you know, and call you the bad sheep, or what they call it, the bad apple, bad son, and put you a back burner. Yeah, they say God has a way of turning things around to make the first the last. I know they run a back, me you run a back. The first. I completed high school and I got my subjects. Yeah. And I move on to college. And the college story there for next time, because that was a misfortune. But your past doesn't determine your future. There is still purpose in you. Even though I was disrespectful, feisty, and all the words, because of the things that were being said about me, I make up my mind, say, I am going to prove the enemy wrong. And I had guide. I had still resented my parents even up to graduation at grade 11. Yeah, I still resent them. But to be continued. God bless you. Be blessed by this song. I don't know if you're young, old, in between. Sometimes even the older folks, they carry this burden of unforgiveness for their parents. So I don't think that just young people, even older folks. But I hope hearing my story of who I was, of what I did, of what I experienced, of the hurt and the pain that messed me up, that you, even right now, will forgive. Will forgive, because you see, when forgiveness comes, there's so much blessing that comes after. And that is what I am experiencing now. There's so much to say. 20 minutes this week, you know. But let me tell you something. There's still too much to gain than to lose. Sometimes we're the one that blocks our own blessing because we won't forgive. We keep holding on to who we was or who we were. When God has greater things in store for God, have greatness for me, man. God have greater things in store for you. And I'm going to share with you videos to come about my first college experience, which was a misfortune. But currently, that one don't know why. God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. I am just looking forward to really, being more open in this on this medium, and not to be more too secretive, because let me tell you, I know that my testimony will help many. My mother, Anita, give me a big up yourself. My second mother, Sherry Harris, big up yourself. And my daddy, Basil Gilmore. I love them. And those are the persons, the parents. If there wasn't no mother, you couldn't dare. They had to be mother before they could be children or child. So I have grown to appreciate my parents and love them. Love them so till me fool. Yeah, me love them bad. And I'm just grateful to God for my parents and for my second mother, who God caused to come in my life at the right time when I needed some guidance. I want to tell you mercy, but it's time done. God bless you. 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 Bless you. Respect him ready. Bless you. Bless you. Alright, God bless you. Too many lies behind you. There is somewhere decline for you. There's too much to make that to do. Oh, too many senses in life we got about them. Oh, too many reasons. Too much